100 on my wrist, A on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, A on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, A on my wrist.
Hey guys,
All right, the name of the damn podcast.
Mom wanted to start a podcast, and this
Can't
is
see
the
your
first.
face very well.
And this is the first episode. Wait, was it like that the whole podcast? It's fine. If he
Yeah.
just talks loud, it'll probably work too.
Oh, okay.
Low key.
Yeah, so this is the first podcast. It's going to be Wendell and I, but we wanted to invite our very first guest.
Yeah, because I'm here.
Because he's here. So what I need and we need is like a little mini tutorial on how to do a podcast.
So, I mean, what I do with Johnny
Mhm.
is I just, because we do it like probably once a week is usually the thing, but or routine. But if something important happens, I note it. I just put notes down of topics,
Like life important stuff.
anything
Okay.
political. If you want to get
Anything.
political, rap. It could be political if you want to. Fuck it. There's political podcasts that are huge.
Okay.
It could be anything.
Can
Literally
we
any
cuss?
topic. Yeah. What do you mean?
Okay. Well, I know, but I didn't know if, if it gets
YouTube's
banned
not that
or-
bad anymore. You can say shit and bitch now in the first 30 seconds. They put that out. They literally put that out.
Only in the first 30 seconds.
No, like it used to be. So there's how how their system works on YouTube was if you said anything bad in the first 30 seconds, video flagged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right? But
that's
now-
what I mean, yeah.
But now they loosened it up and we're like, all right, you guys can say shit and bitch now.
Okay.
Okay.
But fuck is still bad, I think, for the first 30 seconds of the video. But yeah, basically you put notes down and you just conversate about it. It's so simple.
Conversate. Is that a word?
Conversate?
Conversate's
Yeah,
not a
we
word.
both said that. Is that a word at the
Is that a
same
word?
time?
Conversate?
Yeah.
Is conversate a
It's
word?
conversation.
Let me ask. Is conversate a word?
It's not a word.
It's not?
No. It's not.
I'm like, I'd put like a good amount of money right now that it's a word.
It's
All
never
right,
been
we're
a
going to
word.
find out. Conversate has been used in English writing almost 2 years ago.
200 years.
200 years ago.
Jesus.
You can't stop people from using it.
It's wrong.
Yeah. That's why they said you can't stop people from using it. It's not a word. It's a word that was
Conversate is
invented.
a non-standard verb that means to have a conversation. The standard verb
It
is
is.
converse.
It's converse. But people say conversate.
Hold
and
on. Why
conversate
does dictionary.com tell me a definition? Engage in conversation.
Because people
Okay.
use it. People use it to mean something other than what it is. Because it used to be.
I'm not saying I'm completely wrong in the wrong here.
Not a real word.
No, it's not a
There
real
is
word.
also the verb conversate, a candidate for the not a real word, even though you can find it in
In a
the
dictionary. Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know. Anyways, all right, so you and Johnny just conversate.
Yeah, and we bring guests on to spice it up and
Okay.
like dumb like people that are like dumb like Steven that are like entertaining.
We don't
That's
have
not
any
nice
dumb
to
people.
say.
do we?
I'm joking. I think Steven's actually a genius when it comes to social media. But
He's
other
figuring
than
it
that,
out.
he's an idiot.
God,
We don't have any idiots to bring on.
I don't, not that I know of.
Unless we do something stupid.
Well, that happens all the time.
Well, every day.
Yeah, pretty much. So if we're talking, we can just talk about just general real
could
life
be
situations. Oh,
Anything
and
that
by
happened during the
way-
day. Anything.
Okay. How personal do
literally-
you get? I mean, your podcasts are really, God,
Yeah,
help
because
us
y'all
all.
talking about taking dumps and whatnot and all this other
And-
Well, they get further along than that.
Oh, I know.
Sex
Yeah.
stories are on
Yeah, I know.
Patreon.com/CUFBOYS.
Let me ask you that. Okay, so if you're on YouTube and you've got your podcast, and people subscribe to Patreon. So, okay, I want to hear the behind the scenes. They do that. What makes it so secret once somebody's seen it? Can't they repost it or talk about it to other people?
I think it's more like a what's the word I'm looking for? Where it's like like an unwritten rule not to do that.
But-
Not to repost it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, so
but it's not like people are dying to see it. Like, we need to see. It's not like it's a pay-per-view event.
I know, but
It's
what I'm
$5 or $10. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you say stuff on Patreon,
Are you
don't
saying something that's like
necessarily-
horribly offensive? We don't do that. So we still have a little bit of a filter.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
I
saying
don't
like
know
if
that
there's
y'all
a
have
sex
a
story,
filter at all.
there's only 160 patrons or something. 160 people tops are going to actually. I don't even think 160 people actually watch every single thing. So it's
Okay.
like Patreon's usually a safe place for
All
like
right.
having my filter on YouTube is like 50%.
Yeah.
Patreon's like 5.
Okay. Okay. I got you. So we're not going to have a Patreon right now. So
No, you want to build up the YouTube channel, see
Yeah.
what happens for a few
so
months.
how many hours do we need?
4,000.
For what? Monetization?
Watch. Yeah.
Just like 4,000 hours.
4,000.
So
I think.
on the
I
channel
said-
now,
I said 4,000.
you did say
But
4,000.
it's within the last year.
Oh,
You didn't know that? So you probably have 0 hours watched.
I don't know. Look,
Or like 100 or something.
can you see on your phone my channel?
No, I don't have that shit. I could
Oh.
probably do it on there after.
Oh, we'll look afterwards. Okay.
But yeah,
so we
for
just have to
monetization,
see.
you just have to wait.
Okay.
It takes time.
So we just,
We didn't,
All right.
when our first channel first started, remember we were getting all these views and it wasn't monetized yet.
yeah.
And then finally it went monetized
Yeah.
after like 4 months, 3 months. It
Yeah,
was like
that's true too.
April
How
or
can we
May.
get back to those big days? I mean, when I can remember you making your biggest month was what, $11,000?
Well, that was when the system wasn't working.
Wasn't
Wasn't
working,
working
or
well.
was working the way
Or it
used
wasn't
to work?
invented. They didn't have a copyright
didn't
system.
have copyright system at that
They
point.
changed the system.
Yeah.
But
now
you got
get
about
claimed.
10 months of that, right? Of it not being claimed before.
No, Mom, it was maybe like 6 months, 7
Oh, we only
months.
get 6 or 7 months of that?
I mean, it was like
We or Cameron?
Well,
I
was
paid
part
her.
of it. He gave me you what you did is you gave me 20%.
35%.
Here we go with that.
It was 35%.
You gave me
Y'all
35%.
never get your numbers right.
I don't.
1,000% was 35%.
I think it was 35.
35% of the videos that I was in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you said a lower number,
And we
Cameron
would
gave
go
a
through
higher
each
number.
month and see what they did. And I added it up, did the math, and gave you whatever you owed.
And
Yeah.
you felt compelled. Tell people why you felt compelled to do that. Because some people are like,
Because you're the reason why the channel blew up, so why not?
Because
okay.
you sneaked her. That's why it blew up.
Well,
When you
Mom
start.
Reacts. It's a
Yeah.
series
When you
based
see-
around
right.
you. I'm not going to
But
just...
I mean, I didn't tell you.
If the
you
videos
had
were
to
still
do-
making money, I'd still be paying you based on that. But right now, it's like they make $0 technically.
Yeah, so people don't understand that. It's
Yeah.
good to have you tell that story because
Well, when we get sponsors, that's cool.
yeah, sponsor money is we get a little
Sponsor
bit of
money from here and then, but it's not consistent at all.
Yeah, so when you're doing music videos, people think, oh, you're making all this money or whatever, and
Shit, I wouldn't mind if labels just started tossing us little bag skis, but they just don't. They just suck.
see that's the thing about it. When the way the whole channel thing started, and you sneaking the video of me, I really truly believe because after that whole reaction craze went. I mean, I think you actually popped that off again. Honestly, I do because the only
So there was like a limbo period where
Wasn't it a father and son?
he's in the hospital actually
yeah, I
right
know
now.
he's doing.
What was
he's
it?
not doing well.
He's
He
not.
he has cancer and he's like
Ah.
on the ventilator.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
know.
good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's like he might have passed. I don't know.
No,
Oh, that's a shame.
don't say that. I don't.
Let me
think
go
he did.
check.
I don't think he did. I responded
I would
back.
think that someone would hurt.
I was
about
gonna
it.
DM him because I don't want to respond to it like days late because then I just look like a dumbass. But I feel bad about it.
He was relatively.
Well, he
young
hasn't
guy,
tweeted
too.
in 10 days, Mom.
That's why I haven't seen anything.
Mom, that might mean bad if it's been 10 days.
Well, he
no.
might just be busy taking care of his dad.
I don't know.
I mean,
a
that's
simple tweet.
You get busy, wrapped up in taking care of your loved ones, your father.
Just saying.
You never know.
Let's see. When was the last I responded to him? Oh,
But yeah, the reaction
that was
video
on
shit.
12/14. They put him on life support, and
Oh, yeah.
I responded on 12/14 to him.
Ah, jeez.
Oh shit. Okay. But yeah. So when we
There was already reaction videos before that, but obviously not Mom Reacts weren't big. Yeah.
No, I mean, and then I feel like then they started doing like Mom Reacts to underground music, and they were kind of copycat.
Yeah, but none of them ever like popped off.
No, but remember the one mom and son that did it, and he followed your exact format. Remember that one lady
Probably
with the dark
yeah,
hair?
maybe.
And
yeah.
you were like,
there was
that
like
is
4.
Hilarious that they followed the same format, but there weren't reactions of some of the stuff that we were reacting to. All of a sudden, that popped up.
What do you mean?
Like the underground stuff, the Suicide Boy. People weren't really doing that.
No, yeah, it was a perfect storm
Yeah.
of like just a dumb idea that worked. Of
Yeah.
like something that's kind of interesting that someone would want to
I
click
didn't
on.
even know. I remember when you called me down there and told me like 2 days later, I have a confession. And I was like, oh my God, what is he going to tell me?
I did say I have a confession. I do remember.
And I was
saying
like,
that.
oh my God, what in the hell is this going to be about? And then it went on to, I filmed you the other night. And I was like, I was in my robe
That's
And
all
my
she was.
hair was
That's
trying
all
to
she
get
was concerned about.
You were trying to get me to
her
delete
robe,
it.
Her robe
Yeah, I was. I was
and her
like,
hair.
delete it now. You cannot. And you're like, Mom, it's too late. And I was like, what? And you're like, it's too
You
late,
threatened
Mom.
him.
No, I didn't threaten
Yeah,
him.
I threatened him.
But then, I mean, look what happened.
Oh, you were pissed about something though that I posted one time in 2017. I don't remember what it was.
You put something on Twitter? No.
No, you
What
were
was
like,
it?
take the video down. Was it me humping the car? No way. It was.
It might have been that.
Why were you that mad about that?
Because I mean, so when people find out about the channel now, right? And they go, oh, like my IT guy at my work now, because I said something about, well, I know about that because my son is in YouTube, and because he was talking about IT stuff, and I said he used to do digital media, but he knew more than his instructors at Southern Maryland.
No, he was just slow as shit at teaching Premiere, and I was like, dude, I already know Premiere, man.
So I was telling him, oh yeah, this isn't my bag. My son knows, does all this, and then he goes, wait, what? He has a YouTube channel and he's a gamer. My IT guy's a gamer, and I told him, and he didn't know the channel, but he was like freaking out.
Yeah, it's cool.
Freaking out about it, and he's like, no way. I mean, he just couldn't believe it. And I told him, and he's like, I want to get a YouTube. I said, why are you waiting? He goes, I don't know. I said, well, that's what my son always says. Don't wait, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that your best advice?
Well, yeah. It was just a very good timing for us because I was for years already know how to edit.
You were self-taught.
And like, I just knew how thumbnails worked and everything. And it was just a simple idea. So it's like, also you do need to be prepared. You can't just, well, you can just, that's what YouTube is. You slowly learn. But also it's like, a big reason why the videos popped off is because I knew how to do it. Title, thumbnail,
yeah.
There's
everything.
still some skill to it. Everybody can't.
There's a lot of skill to it.
Everybody
It takes
can't do it.
like if you guys were to do it, it'd take you like probably a year or two to get the hang of it. Of consistency.
When he retires, maybe he can start learning how to edit videos.
I don't think you'll ever get to that point. I'm gonna be honest.
Ho now.
Editing is.
You didn't think I could do the streaming part of it, and I got that down.
Whoa,
And
I
you
never said.
You sent me tutorials.
Hold on. I sent you.
And
I never not believed in the streaming stuff. I already said that was a possibility.
Oh, now it goes to a possibility that we couldn't do it because
I said you couldn't do
it. No, he didn't say you couldn't do it. He said, "Mom, I don't know. I'll send it to Wendell, not you, because you're like inept." And I went, "Oh, thanks, Cameron. I'm still working."
I mean, I put 3 monitors in Photoshop of like a picture of 3 monitors, and put on each half of each screen what to put on each screen.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you sent that tutorial from whatever that guy's name was.
For an OBS tutorial.
OBS, yeah.
For how to stream.
Yeah. So, I mean, you did do that. He picked it up, and then you were...
But editing is like...
No, editing is different in all.
It's kind of difficult for like so many little things. Like you guys look at it, it looks like a foreign language probably.
For me, yeah, for sure.
Well, OBS looked like a foreign language until you said
nothing like editing.
Dude, editing is like 50 times more buttons than this.
No, I know it's more difficult. That's why I said I don't think everybody can do it.
Yeah, I mean, so really, basically now...
But you can, like, you could probably learn the gist of it within, if you had to sit there for an hour each day and edit like a little video for practice.
Right.
You could probably learn it in like a month or 2.
So that
like
could be
little, like the basics.
Retirement. Hobbies.
And it's all YouTube tutorials.
That I do.
YouTube tutorials is the reason why
that's how you
can do anything.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
That's true.
Twitch, anything.
So
graphic design, YouTube tutorials.
Basically what's going to happen with this podcast is we're going to talk, and then I'm going to download the file to Dropbox and send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to skim through it and make sure we didn't say anything too dumb, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to edit. You're not going to cut it.
What would be too dumb though?
I just have to cut something bad out if you said something bad, but
if he thinks it's something that's incriminating, you could always text
incriminating.
me.
What would be
like,
incriminating?
I don't know.
There could be a few things.
There could be a couple things. It could be a couple things.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, never know. But the file will go to you. You'll just look at it and then upload it. It's going to be uploaded on YouTube on the MOMMACUF channel.
Yeah, and after probably the first 5 or 10, we'll put it on Spotify
if it does well.
Yeah, because I mean, I can do it either way because it's only like, I think it's $10 a month or something. But yeah.
Okay.
That'll work.
So that's it. And so, is there any more advice for the podcast? be yourself, right?
Yeah, just do. I mean, there's podcasts that blow up out of nowhere, man. I'll tell you. There's a Barstool Sports. Have you heard of them?
Yes.
Yes.
With Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
He buys podcasts from people and owns them, and like you know what I mean. You know how the business model works for something like that. And they get a percentage, or he pays them salary or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he like bought this podcast called Call Her Daddy.
Call Her Daddy?
Call Her Daddy or something. Yeah, I think that's what it was called.
What?
2 girls that are like have no filter, and they just blew up because like they put it on a whole new platform that launched it. Like 2 girls, right? And they were at first, the first year of this huge year, they were getting paid $80,000 each for salary.
Damn.
Right? With like a small percentage of little stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like extra bonuses of like little things I think they were getting. But then the other year they renegotiated to $500,000 each.
Oh.
And then shit started hitting the fan because one of the girls wanted to leave and go shop somewhere else. Like go to Spotify or shop around. Because that's, you know, how like Joe Rogan got $100 million for 4 years or whatever. But their relationship started getting bad and shit because she found out, the girl that edits everything. And
that's the one that wanted to leave?
No, the one that was editing, she found out she was making like 5% extra and didn't tell her.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not good.
For like a few months. And then shit went downhill when like the other girl that wanted to leave like had a boyfriend in her ear that was like a lawyer. And I think the girl ended up, Barstool, Dave, gave her IP and said, just write it out another year for me. I'll pay you, I think it was $1 million. He's like $1 million plus
okay,
merch.
you lost me. I gave her IP. What does that mean?
Intellectual property. Like
okay.
she owns the podcast again after a year.
Okay.
Which is like a gift. This is a giant podcast. He could be like, fuck you, I'm getting half of it for the rest of your life. That's like a ridiculous deal. And she left, and now she's making $20 million a year at Spotify.
Jeez. Talking by herself.
With guests and shit, I think, from time to time.
Do you find it entertaining?
But she went from, I've only watched 1 or 2 of just like the drama shit, but I never really watched anything else. But it's like a girls' podcast that are just crazy. But they went from making nothing to $80K a year, and then to $500K to $1 million, then to $20 million within 3 years.
Damn.
That's insane.
She sold her, I think it was like a 3 or 4 year deal with Spotify for like $60 million or something.
Oh my God. All I have to say is, people, I hope you watch and you subscribe and like and hit that smash that like button, because man, I need that money.
How do you do that?
Smash that like button. What did you used to say? Smash the like.
It's like a joke. It's like a meme.
It's funny.
Now.
Yeah. Smash that like button.
But yeah, that's how podcasts work. That's like the business side of it.
Okay, so basically you're just talking about everyday stuff. People have to find you interesting enough and give a shit enough to want to listen to you. And like I look at some of your comments on your podcast, and people are like, my day is finally happening because
like they're happy.
CUFBOYS podcast. Here we go.
Yeah, we got to be more consistent though. Like have a real schedule soon, because it's like it could be even bigger.
I think it could be.
Yeah.
So for us, it would be best to try to do 2 a week.
1 a week.
Oh, okay.
At first.
2? Okay, I didn't know. I thought you said you had to do a whole bunch. So.
No, 1 a week. Okay. 1 good episode of an hour of shit. A week
is good enough. Okay.
Is great. You don't need to overdo it unless you start getting a fan base that wants you to overdo it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
People want us to do 2 a week, but that's just not possible, because then we would end up doing like 2, 4, 6. Well, it's possible, but like I think in October I uploaded like 7 or 8 podcasts, so that's like almost 2 a week. But it's because we did interviews.
Right.
2 a week is just a little overdoing it, because we also do a bonus episode like once or twice a month too.
Oh,
so it's
do?
like
okay.
So then that's 10 podcasts in a month.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, we'll try it. We'll do 1 a week, right?
We'll do what you want.
Yeah.
1 a week for the first month.
Okay.
And see what happens.
This will be the first one.
Well, you got to talk more. It's only 20 minutes in, girl.
No,
like after I leave.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll just cut to it. Yeah.
Right. So I'll stop it and start recording. That's what he does when we record videos. I guess the biggest thing is,
I wonder where he gets that from.
I burp a little.
A little every meal.
Do you really?
No.
Every meal, Cameron.
Not every meal.
Almost at the end of every meal is like,
that is not.
it is
I
true.
have a good few topics for you guys. Any hunting stories or golfing stories
We got
or
some.
boat stories?
We got some.
Oh,
Like,
no,
there you go.
that's
Just
true.
keep them in the vault.
All right,
Just-
I got it. Vault them up, lock them
Yeah,
up.
like just
Lock 'em up.
lock
Okay.
them, note them
Make
down.
notes. Okay.
Any shit like that, dude.
Oh, we got some stories.
Like anything. You could talk about your brother, his crazy accident, like
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do that. And so
Well, if
after
he
this-
lets you, if he doesn't mind,
He wouldn't know. How would he
No,
know?
I mean I have to
it
ask
might
him.
pop up. Who knows?
I don't think he would mind. It's on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah, you don't even have to say his name.
It's not a secret.
Yeah. No. It's
Everybody
not.
knows.
No.
I was just
Everybody
saying,
knows
like,
Oh, that's a good question to ask you. You should never talk about somebody else's personal business.
well, fucking shit.
I know.
It
You got in
happens,
trouble.
and I have to bleep out so many names the last 2 podcasts of them just going crazy, dude.
I know our Johnny just talks about girls, and you bleep names out
I
constantly.
had to bleep out last names, but I was like, make sure I do the full name. Like, I don't know, because people that are in our hometown are gonna know who it is.
Oh,
'Cause
they'll
it's like-
absolutely know. They
So I'm
know
like,
who.
shit, should I bleep the full name? And then I was like, fuck it, first name's fine. There's like 2 girls that he said of like sex shit when he's in like 8th grade. And I was like, should I bleep it or not?
And he said the
I
whole,
heard him
their
talk-
whole
he
name.
He said the whole name, and I was like, I was telling him it's fine in the moment because I was like, I'll just bleep the last name. But then when I was editing, I was like, should I do the full name? Because it's like people are gonna know who it is. Like they're gonna dump. There's
And
only
they-
few.
They have a new life.
You
Yeah.
would hope.
Well, one of the girls is like,
Tell me off camera. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
that's
got
it.
it. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you'll know too. Once you look at the first one, these should probably be easy. I don't want it to be complicated.
all
for
you do is talk about anything,
Yeah.
and
Right.
I'll
you,
skim
you
through
like,
it.
You like talking.
So do you.
Well, I like talking to you.
Yours is gonna be
Yeah.
easier to edit because mine, I have to make sure none of my friends end their career in an accident.
Yeah.
That's true.
Every
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. We
Well,
don't have that,
we
don't have that
both
concern.
we both have day jobs, so obviously, this I can't get too crazy with stuff because I'm still working for a company.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still gainfully employed, and so is he. So that's
He?
pretty important.
Me?
So is he.
I can't believe Blair said I missed one flight. I'm gonna miss.
Oh my God! I
I've
shouldn't have-
made 75
No, he
flights.
said, "Oh my God, he should know better as much as he travels. That it's holiday."
Did I say I
leave
missed
early."
75 flight? What did I just say?
I don't know.
That's
what you
the only
said.
flight that you've
I've
ever
missed one
though,
flight in
haven't
4
you?
years of flying
Yeah,
by
that's the
myself.
only flight
Wait,
you've ever missed.
You missed the flight to Chicago, or did you
No,
just?
I
cancel
made
it?
that bitch. Which one are you talking about?
I thought one.
There was
you-
one where we were at the Lyrical Lemonade shoot. Cole looks at me and goes, when's your flight? And I said, it's like 7 or something. And he said, you're 100% missing that flight. And I said, what do you mean? And I like realized, I was like, oh shit. I should have
Cole
left.
told you that.
Yeah,
That's
he was
funny.
like, watch that power button. And I said, he was like, you're 100% missing that flight, guaranteed. Just don't even try. And I said, I started freaking out because like, no, I'm not missing the flight. Like, I don't want to stay here again.
That's funny.
So then I hop in this Uber and tell this guy with Max, and I don't know if it was just me and Max because he had a flight too, I think, later.
Mhm.
So Max wasn't that pressed, but I was like, dude, we got to go. And this
Done it.
guy knew the mission.
He did
He flying. It was like an F-250.
really.
It's a big ass truck. He's flying on the highway, going like
Really?
80 or 90.
Sideline going down the side of the road.
And
like,
then we had to stop at the Liquid Lemonade office. That was the issue. My luggage was
your
there.
stuff was there.
We get there. I get all my shit, run back to the truck. He goes, can I pee real quick? I was like, oh! The driver's got to pee. But I was like, okay, fine. You saved me so much
You
time.
should have some compassion for that.
Well,
since
I
your
didn't
ass
show
always has
that.
to
I
pee.
didn't show it. But I was like, fuck, this guy might mess me up by a minute or two here.
But you made it.
And he walks in there and pees. Oh, this place is cool. Liquid
Oh
Lemonade.
no! Oh my God!
Yeah, and then peas and I get there. It's a Spirit flight, Chicago to DC or BWI. I have the big front seat, so I was all excited too. I didn't want to miss it because I bought the $30 big seat. That's like
Yeah.
first class, right?
Woo! Big
$30
spender.
big seat.
Bbig spender.
It was $30.
$30
I'll spend
man.
$30 for a big seat
That's a lot of money.
for a big first class seat.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
no, I'm just saying.
We're
Yeah,
being
we're making fun of
sarcastic.
you.
That's cheap.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I
No,
was
no,
like, what
that's
the hell?
cheap as shit.
And I get there, flight's delayed.
So all that rushing around.
We flew for
all
an
that
hour and a
flying.
half down the highway.
And
Flight's
the
delayed.
price
It didn't update on the app, or
Nope. Spirit sucks.
Oh my god!
But you don't fly Spirit.
I get to the gate. Everyone's like, "Yeah, we're switching gates. They're changing the plane. It's probably gonna be an hour or two." I sat there for a few hours.
Oh my god!
After
I
flying
remember that.
down the fucking freeway.
I think you said I almost killed myself to make this flight, and now I'm not.
If I didn't have pre-checks on these years, I would have been screwed.
I just got my TSA pre-checks squared away again.
I'm probably gonna have to do that
You changed
next
the name,
year.
right?
Yeah, in August.
Wait.
What?
2018. I got in 2018. So actually 2023. What the fuck am I thinking?
No, because of us
It's 5
getting
years.
married in June, I
Mm.
changed my name.
Oh, so you have to go back?
I submitted
They've
it in
changed
August
everything.
to match, and I've been calling for like a month, and they still hadn't gotten to it. Finally, they changed it,
Mm.
so I have to go back and call American and call my number. But I didn't get a new TCN number. I just had to update.
TTN?
Is it TCN or TTN?
TTN.
TTN.
Oh, well, something like that.
Travel no number. Yeah, something travel no number or some
Oh,
shit.
okay. All right. I just want to ask you one question so that you can
Oh.
clear up one thing on the podcast.
What?
People,
What? Oh.
Shorty, this is what this is about.
What is what
People
about?
say that. Just tell me how your relationship started with Cole Bennett. Who called who? And
I don't remember.
remember you were on FaceTime and he called you.
Oh,
and
it
hit
was
you up?
that was a weird day because I remember that day now.
Okay,
He
tell
just
that story.
I think
because,
I DM'd him because he shot at me on No Jumper, I think, like a few months before.
yeah, he mentioned this
And I was
kid,
like, "Hey,
yeah.
thanks for the shout out, blah blah," blah. And we followed each other. Then that day he FaceTimed me like maybe a month or two later.
And then
randomly.
I walked in the room one time. You were on FaceTime with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't remember
and he
that.
was like,
Oh,
telling
hey,
you,
mom. He like
Yeah.
said, "Hey."
Yeah, hey, mom. But he was like, dude, what you're doing?
We had more subs than him.
The platform. Yeah, I know. I remember.
Seriously.
Because
We had like probably 400K and he had like 300.
Damn.
right, and he was saying to you on that call,
Dude just went crazy.
He was like, I just want you to know this platform that you created is something that no one's done, and
Yeah.
I'm so. And
It
he was going.
nice.
But
That
so
was a weird
guy.
day.
that
He's
was
a
a
nice
really
guy, though.
cool day.
Well, he FaceTimed me, also Tyler Grosso did that day. And I looked up to Tyler a lot too back then,
Right,
obviously, because he was like the guy at that point,
right.
like the fashion guy.
But the point with Cole is everybody thinks that you met Cole through Skies or Landon, and I'm like,
no,
it's
no one
just
knows that.
Oh no, some people say that, and some people have commented.
It was
then-
inevitable. Like, obviously, Cole probably discovered Red Roses through me,
Yeah,
but like it was inevitable. That song was a hit. Like that song was gonna break through the cracks and probably.
but we were playing it on our intro and outro.
No, I know that. I'm saying like for it to be a music video.
Oh yeah, that's
Like-
how they got linked up. You
Ye-
hit Cole up and said,
I never
hey.
linked them up for Red Roses specifically.
No, but for Landon.
Yeah, for Landon.
Yeah.
And Landon, they connected that way. But I don't know. Skies and Cole were already talking when he started hearing Red Roses, probably in my videos or like through Landon.
I
Because he
thought
followed
Cole
Landon.
hurt.
Okay, so I know what it was. I showed Cole Landon
Right.
through DM saying, "Hey, my friend wants to do a music video, blah, blah, blah."
Right.
And he probably followed him, obviously.
Yep.
And then Landon started posting Red Roses. And he's like, "Oh, shit, who's this little Skies guy?" And it was like
Yeah,
a little
and that's how-
train or
right.
chain.
But I just wanted to clear that up because everybody, well, not everybody. I'm saying everybody. But
Yeah, like a few.
There's,
There's
a
probably
lot,
two
there's,
comments.
There's some people. No, when we do Skies.
That's why I made a
vlogs and
video.
stuff,
I made a video back in the day called "How I Met Lil Skies" because I got that question so much, and
Well-
it has like 500,000 views now because I was annoyed at that point. I was like, I have to make a video and just get this over with.
Well, and
So now when
also-
everyone asks me that question back in the day, you should just link them the video
Yeah.
and not say anything.
No, because what I was going to say is what I hear and what I see is people will go, oh, you know, they say that you're, what's that, cult, when you try to clout chasing Skies to be, he linked Cameron.
I've seen that comment, but it's
He-
very few and
he
far
linked
between.
Cameron up with Cole, and now
That's just someone who's not really. They don't
so
know
really
what they're talking
the
about.
honest to God story was you DM'd Cole and then he FaceTimed you, and that's how that.
Well, that's how we
relationship
originally got
started.
connected,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so it was like two
We
of
did,
you getting started, and it was a
Cole's
perfect storm.
story is way different than mine, though.
Yeah, it's
because
way
he,
different, yeah,
he had like artists that were no one that became full superstars because of like
The way
he
he
just-
does his videos.
the way he
Oh,
does his
no,
videos,
no.
the timing. So like that's just like a whole
Yeah.
other thing.
But my thing was not that your stories are they're they're underlined similar. You had
Yeah,
the
just
same
'cause
kind
there's
of
rap
classes in
and-
school and
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
digital media. So you guys have a lot of things that are the same.
I was
but not-
doing music videos at one point.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
But I mean, not that you were.
I might start doing them again, baby. Shit, you got a few bands. Toss me in LA.
There you go. But anyway, my point is,
You want a music video
I
on the CUFBOYS channel? That's about to be 10K right there. Come my way.
about to be 10K. Yeah, shit.
15.
Yeah. On the CUFBOYS channel, you know, people would do that.
I know. 10K. Shit. 10K for a music video on the CUFBOYS channel. Hit me up.
I guarantee you they would do it
A label would. In a heartbeat.
in a
You would
heartbeat.
think so.
Yes.
Right.
They
Oh,
would.
a label would.
I know a few labels that would do that in a
Oh
heartbeat.
yeah, definitty. I know too.
Probably
But
should.
anyways,
Probably
I
should
just
do
wanted to
some few
clarify that.
emails.
You
Just
did.
have Sam do everything. Give him like $2,000. That's what I told him already.
You did.
I was like, Sam, you
and
want
he
to
was good with that.
Yeah,
wanna
I was like,
partner
Sam, you
up?
want to partner up? I'll be the director, but you edit it and you're the camera guy.
Yeah.
$2,000.
But Sam's also trying to do his.
Sam does his own thing for like $2,000 now. He charges
Yeah.
$1,500 for his end videos, so it's
Yeah.
like,
He does a lot of stuff right now.
yeah,
He's pretty smart with all that. But anyways, I just want to clear that up because you were sitting right here. So, because
we could talk all day about little shit.
oh yeah, we could for sure. We'll just have to do other episodes. If we could figure out a way to do a couple episodes remotely.
Discord, Mom.
Okay.
How we record Mom Reacts.
Well, so we'll do a couple.
I was already thinking that like a year ago when I first moved to LA, when I was trying to start the other podcast, I was
Yeah.
like, me and you could have started a Discord podcast a year and a half ago of us just talking on
So
Discord.
since you've been here for 2 days, and we haven't really been together for a long time. Like we were together at Summer Smash, and that's
Yeah,
it.
but
And then before that, we haven't.
The main
seen
reason
each
is
other.
because of COVID, though. Like,
Yeah, I know. But what my point is, since you've been here in this 2-day span, you've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 things. You go, we could have been doing this years ago, Mom. We could have been doing this. I haven't
no,
realized this.
the only thing is Patreon, and that.
I thought there were many things.
No.
You're like, we should be doing this. And
The
that,
Patreon
whatever.
we could have started years ago with like
All
uncut
right.
reactions.
I know
That's
you
it.
gotta drive-
Because
he didn't think of
Yeah,
it.
because he didn't think of it.
Oh shit, I do kind of have to leave.
You kind of have to leave. So we're
My
gonna cut
girl
this
might get
off.
mad at me.
No, we can't have that.
Nah.
I'm
We
just
can't
joking.
have
She's
you-
not actually gonna get
No.
mad.
She would.
I want to say that Kristen is probably one of the. She's such a nice person, and I only know her briefly, but she is such a really.
You talked to her?
I met her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's.
I
love
met her,
Kristen.
and then yeah, I mean, she's a really cool person. She's really good for those girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so the biggest thing that we have to do within minutes is try to figure out. We have a lot of names that we have to toss around for the podcast, so we have to figure that out before we put this up. So
Who's going to do that?
We're gonna figure out in the next few days.
yeah, in the next few days, we're gonna have to figure out the name. We have a couple names, so I think maybe you should tweet it out.
No.
No.
I'll do a poll on Instagram maybe or something like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Once you select a few.
A tweet is like
Okay.
Twitter's. I actually like Twitter recently. Ever since I got verified, I'm like gaining followers a lot again. Again, like 2
How
or 3.
can I get verified?
You might be able to. Wait, I'll try for you. Dead ass.
Okay.
I'll try.
Because we're
I'll walk you through it because you
Okay.
might. It's easy now to get verified on Twitter.
okay.
And if you like, I gotta change your bios because your bios suck.
Well, you can do it real quick before you leave.
Like the way you type is just
I don't know how to do that.
yeah.
Yeah, you can change that for me on my phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
love
all
you
right,
guys. We just
This is
said the
Cameron.
same
This is
exact
a-
thing.
I know.
What's your password? Tell the world.
Nah.
All right, let's stop recording. All right, so we are
Back.
back live again. We're
Two
not
of us.
live.
We
Just
are
the two of
kind of
us.
live, aren't we?
No,
Really?
live means when people are watching you live,
But
like a
won't they-
live
But
television
won't
audience.
they be watching this when they look at it?
It's
That's
not the same.
live?
No.
So it's not semi-live?
No.
Is there a thing of semi-live?
No, it's
Okay.
not. We're just not. I used the wrong word, but we're just finishing the
you're-
podcast.
You're fine, baby.
Okay, baby. We're finishing the podcast. Cameron is gone.
On his way back to Maryland.
Oh, he's calling.
My ginger son.
Yes, son.
Hey.
What's the matter? Hello?
Yeah, we
Off
can hear
and
you.
on. What's up?
I forgot my MacBook charger, but it's fine.
Do you want to come back and get it?
one at my house, but
Where is he at tomorrow?
You got 2 days. You got 2 days. You can't use your MacBook then.
What's
well, it's charged. But
what side of town is he on tomorrow?
Do you want us to
I
come?
might just buy one. I don't know.
Do you want us to get in the car and drive and try to meet you out at the shopping center real quick?
I mean,
Yeah,
we're
fine. They're like $30. It's fine.
Well, tomorrow's Christmas and today's Christmas. Well,
That'll be
you
fine.
better call ahead or go online to Best Buy and see if they even have one.
I'm sure they have them.
But it's
Pretty
Chris.
sure they do it.
Yeah.
They're at Target too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Christmas Eve, so don't forget that. Remember? All right, we'll unplug it.
All right,
And
love you guys.
love
Love ya.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
All right. Well, so forgot his MacBook charger. What do you do?
No,
Well,
it happens.
yeah.
Rushing from place to place. Got a lot of people to see. A lot of places to go.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens tomorrow if we decide to go to Maryland. Everybody's spread out and everything, but Cam got to come here for a couple days. He missed the flight to the wedding due to traffic in LA. It was
It's an
crazy.
accident, right?
It was an accident, and then there was extra traffic.
50
and
minutes delay or
it
something
was
like that.
it was an hour
Hour or
longer to
something.
get there than he initially than it normally takes. So he missed the wedding. But I mean, there's always a reason for everything.
Well, we have another wedding.
Yeah, we got Blair's wedding in Jamaica.
Yeah, Sandals.
At Sandals well, they're getting married at Beaches.
Beaches.
And then we're staying at Sandals. So
Okay.
that's our first trip together on a alone, like kind of alone at a resort.
We're alone all the time now.
I know, but it's different. I want that
You
I
want
want
what?
that resort vibe for once. Why not, right? I work hard. You work hard. Our vacations consisted of
Well, they were
when
all
we got
going
together,
to they were
Outer
going to the
Banks.
beach in the Outer Banks. They had a
And
house
we-
on the ocean
well-
what's the other side? The
Outer Banks.
yeah, but we're either on the ocean side or we're on the sound side, and
Yeah.
we would go to the beach and do all
Well,
that
the
other
houses
stuff.
that we stayed in, you booked houses that were like huge with a
Yeah.
pool and a spa and everything. But there's something to be said for going somewhere and having all you can eat, all you can drink, and just being able to lay on the beach, water sports, or just
I guess
totally
so.
chill. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were
this'll
chill. It
be
was
your
just
first-
different.
This
No,
will be
I've
your
never
first
been to one.
experience.
No, I've never been.
And
to
I'll
one.
tell you, honestly, I think you're going to be so impressed. Like Carl was telling us the other day on the phone, a
He's
friend
been
of
on
ours, he's been to an all-inclusive, and he
Oh.
said nothing compares to that.
probably
Not
doesn't.
even a cruise, because cruises, you're like staying in this tiny room in this long hallway. And
Well, to
it's
be
kind of
honest,
like a cattle car, to be honest.
well, kind of, but most of the time, because I've been on cruises, you haven't, because you don't like them.
Oh no, I have been.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
for when I sold travel, I would go
Yeah.
on like.
So most
mini-
of the time we were, because we were Aruba, I can't think of the other couple of places we went, but we didn't stay. You really hardly ever stayed in the room except for to sleep or to change, because there was always something to do.
And plus, the room sucks.
Oh, the rooms are tiny. They're
Right.
like being on a freaking submarine or something like that.
Right, but there's
Yeah.
no ambiance. There's
No,
no, the
no,
hallway.
no.
It's like a freaking cattle car. And honestly, I sold travel for 25 years. I was in the travel industry, and I can tell you right now, I sold cruises, and never did I once believe what I was saying. I'm sorry to all those I sold a cruise to, but those people came to me. They
But
wanted the cruise.
People, there's just a certain group of people who
Here's
love cruises.
Here's the thing that people go to cruises for. They go to cruises because they get all they can eat to a point. If they're serving steak or lobster, they are not as generous with those plates.
No, because my brother, they had surf and turf one night.
Right.
And he ended up eating like 4 lobsters. On the 5th one, lobster tail. On the 5th one, they were like, we think we don't
Right.
have any more,
Yeah.
but we'll go check. And they never came back.
Well, true. And then you pay for all your alcohol. So if you
Yeah.
drink it all, your tabs in the hundreds. I've seen people come back to me from going
Well,
on cruises.
they had-
spent thousands.
Yeah, they had a $800 and some odd dollar tab.
That's right.
Yeah, because it's so easy. Because all you do is say, put it to room 222. There's no cash exchange.
Exactly.
And then you're on a 7-day cruise.
And then
And
guess
the next
what?
thing you know,
You're happy drunk. You sign off on that
Yeah.
20% tip every time.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you are.
they
So,
get you. Yeah.
and then you got a swimming pool with massive people sitting around a
Yeah,
small
we
deck.
never- See, the cruises we went on, they were where you could go and you could stay at the island or city or whatever it was. and we get off and do.
You don't stay there; you get off.
Yeah, well, you stay there. You're in port.
I
And
know,
you get
but you're
off.
not spending the night there. To
Well,
clarify,
well, you're not spending the night at the place. But there were places that we spent 2 days, and then we go and spend a day and things like that.
right? Day trips.
Well,
You're
yeah.
sleeping on the boat, is what
Well,
I'm
yeah, you
trying.
always
I don't
sleep on
want to
the boat.
mislead the people.
Well,
You're
they should
saying
know
we
you're
stay
not.
there. No,
Well,
people don't know. They've never been on a cruise.
Okay. You know, Miss Cruise expert. But you stay there in port, and then you have to be back. If it's 2 days, you get to stay in port. They say, hey, okay, you got to be back on such and such day at such and such time. You don't actually had to come back on the ship. Now they may have changed it because this was years ago.
Yeah.
But I didn't like going on a cruise. I didn't want to, I should say, because I didn't do it. Going on a cruise where you just stayed on the boat the majority of the time, because I don't gamble. I don't drink to the point that I'm gonna have $800 bill at the end of the trip. And how much food can you eat?
Well, that is the other point. Cruises are centered around eating. Your first
Eating?
shift, second shift. And
Well, there's
then-
food 24/7.
Yeah, but I mean
24/7.
your meal schedule. You're either early or late dining. You pick.
Right,
You
but
pick
you
early or
can
late
skip that.
and go
and
to the
because-
hamburger bar or
Right,
whatever.
they have a hamburger bar, a deli bar, but I'm saying there's food almost 24/7 that
Yeah.
you can eat if you don't go. And then if you're not comfortable around a lot of people,
You're screwed.
well, you're screwed because, unless you had like one cruise, we had a group of 10. So we
Yeah.
all sat at one table.
Right.
But then on another one, it wasn't that many. So then you had people you didn't know.
At your table.
At your
I
table
am
and-
not trying to vacation
Well-
small talk with strangers. I am sorry. That is
No,
not my
well, that's
vibe.
not me.
I know. That's why I'm
Yeah,
surprised
that's
you
not
even
me.
went. But
No.
the all inclusive is going to be I swear you're going to love it. There is no. They can't say the word no to you. Anything you order drink wise, you are there. Those bartenders have like a sick psycho mind. They know what you're drinking. Your drink is half empty. You got another
So
one
you
sitting
have
there.
a private bartender wherever you are.
It feels like a private bartender, but he's watching. He's so talented. He's watching what everybody's drinking, and he
And
knows.
this is even when you're on the beach.
Even on the beach, you could be at a beach bar, walk up, and when you come walking back up, it's like they know.
So if I'm laying back, chilling,
laying back to the, yeah,
sun beaming down on me,
Yeah.
and I'm watching my lovely wife get out the water, and I want a drink, all I have to do is say, "Can I have a drink?"
what was
And-
that movie?
What movie?
Bo Derek running down the beach.
But you don't have braids though.
I don't have braids. I
But
could
you
get my
are
hair
you are
braided.
you are more than a 10 too. Yeah, you know. So they'll actually come down to where my little bench thing is.
They didn't when I was there, but I think they have started service down. But
Down
I
in the
mean,
beach area.
yeah.
Okay.
But you can go. There's swim bars, pool bars. The luxury. I used to book a lot of honeymooners on that because here's the reason: you pay one price before you go. They're like you just said. Your drinks are included. Your food's included. No tipping. The tipping's included. Water sports, snorkeling.
Yeah, you can do everything.
All
without
of
a
it's
charge.
included. So the first thing that you don't want to do on a honeymoon is argue about money. You don't
Well,
want to be
yeah.
scrimping over money. So
I
if
would
you
think though, if you booked a cruise somewhere like that and you didn't, how could you know you're gonna have to pay out
Wendell,
things?
let me share.
Well,
a
you
story.
know better. I'm just saying
I
I
would
wouldn't
book people
do
on
that.
cruises, and they would come back and say the drinks weren't included, and I said, I told you that. They hear what they want to hear. They hear.
Well, yeah, and that's in anything.
But
You
I'm
know,
telling you,
no,
what do you always say? Common sense isn't common.
Common sense
If I'm
isn't
a
so
travel
common.
agent and I
No.
book you on a cruise and I say the extra expenditures are going to be shore excursions that you pay for.
Yes, that's true.
You can walk off the ship and you can do anything you want,
Yeah,
on
that's
your
true.
own.
That's true.
be safe,
But
whatever.
you have to pay for it.
But if you take a shore excursion to a waterfall or a historic site,
Or moped riding like we did.
yes,
Scooters.
you pay for it.
Yes, you do. Right.
You're tipping. You got a cabin tip. You got all these tips that you have to pay at the end. Okay, people are. I did
It
that.
adds up.
It adds up, but people will come back and go, "Well, we didn't realize that." Da 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 da. Every person I booked on a cruise, I said, if they were new to it, this is what you'll have to pay. And some people just didn't get it. But a honeymooner, I feel like all inclusive is the perfect for them because they pay once
One fee.
before they go.
Yeah. No,
They don't
I
have
don't
to worry
disagree
about
with that.
anything. And there should be
No.
a time in your life, if you can afford it, to pay one-time fee and then just go hang out and relax and chill. that is the time that I'd recommend it.
No.
Because you're not worried about money.
No,
But-
and you don't have to worry about preparing food because we did that.
Yeah, we did
Because
that.
I
in
don't
Outer
mind
Banks.
cooking.
Well, you love to
Yeah,
cook, and you're a
yeah.
good cook.
Yeah, and then we had one night I think it was we'd go somewhere.
Yeah, and
And
the
then-
night we arrived, or the day we got there, we always ended up eating somewhere first.
Yeah, so we had 2 nights
And
basically
then-
that we ate out.
Yeah.
but everything else was in, and everybody went their
So
little
it's
separate
gonna
way.
be kind of nice to be able to sit down and be, we don't go out to eat a lot anyways. So eating
No.
out,
No,
well,
we don't.
especially even before COVID, we're not big
No,
going out to
because-
eat people.
because you've gotten cooked for.
So what's happened is, his
Tell them what
cooking- What happened is
Yeah, and continues to happen.
on a daily. Bleh. What the fuck did I just say? Wendell. I have gotten so used to good tasting food and seasoned food that he cooks that I can't I literally can't take bland food. I will eat it and I'm not going to, say, oh, the food is bland. But if we go somewhere and pay for food, I want that shit to be on point.
Well,
Because I'm spoiled.
Well, you do.
If I'm at somebody's house and that's the way they cook, this is the way they cook. I don't know anybody that cooks bad, but everybody
No.
cooks with a different
But everybody-
style. I'm
yeah,
not saying
right.
unseasoned food that
Right.
somebody I know cooks is bad. What I'm saying is if I'm
Become accustomed to it.
if we're paying for food,
Well,
because I don't like spending money like that.
Well, that's the problem.
If we're paying for food, I want that shit to taste good.
Well, you don't want to eat any place that if you can have it at home, it tastes better.
I mean,
know,
how
why
many
would I
times
pay-
have we gone out to eat?
Well, that's the
A
problem.
lot. And I'll go,
Right,
oh my God,
that's the problem.
your steak is way better. And of
Right.
course, we get it at Hancock Family Farms in La Plata.
Right.
And carry it all the way here to Virginia still. But
2-hour ride.
the way you cook that steak is important. You could kill
Well, yeah.
that thing and bake it to death or
Well,
not
no,
season it right.
No,
So
no, you're right. But
Yeah.
it's you get accustomed to a certain style of food
That's right.
or taste.
and so
then
it's hard to tolerate. It's hard to tolerate paying, $80
Well, yeah,
bucks
it
for a
is.
meal and it tasting like crap.
No. And that's why we don't go out a lot.
No, but so that's why.
Like certain places, like Mexican food.
yeah, we found a good Mexican
yeah,
place here.
It's great. It's
where we
absolutely
live
great.
outside of Richmond.
So that's
Um,
different. And
We found a good sushi place. It's only 30 minutes away in Glen Allen.
Oh yes, yeah, that place is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I've done the sushi too now.
Yeah, but not
It's not like that quality.
not quite there yet.
Yeah.
But still, you're
more
getting
practice.
there.
More
Yeah, but-
practice. More practice.
But
more practice.
so to rewind back to sandals, sitting down and being able to enjoy a meal being brought to you, you deserve it. I deserve it. We
I
haven't been
deserve
on
it?
vacation. You deserve it.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
You
That
deserve it.
warms my heart.
Freaking full. I mean, we both worked hard. We're old and we've
we're
worked
not
hard.
old.
Well, I'm just saying,
We've worked
if
a
we
long
can
time.
afford to pay to go and celebrate Blair's wedding,
Yeah.
and
And
go
that's
to
that's
that-
that's with anybody though. If
I
you can
know.
afford to do it,
You
and a lot of people don't understand they can afford to do it because
But-
if you just put it aside month by month by
But
month by
so
month,
look at all the money we've saved not eating out all the time. So
Yeah.
we cook our own food, so we save a shit ton of money because
Yeah.
we cook our own food and we eat leftovers.
Yeah.
So if you can put enough money aside, then you go on a vacation.
and it doesn't seem as much when you put it aside, maybe a week at a time or a month at a time or something like that.
That's right.
Because before you know it, if you're putting $100 aside a month, you got $1,200 at the end.
Yeah.
That's a good chunk of money for a vacation.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I mean, I think, and that's a whole nother topic, but the young people, they just see that quick, easy food as being, oh, let's just go grab this or grab that or whatever. And
But it's
You know,
expensive.
it's expensive. It's
Yeah.
it's expensive habit to have. And we just don't do it. So it's
Well,
not
and then too,
happening.
we try to eat healthy.
Yeah, we got to.
So
we make
that's
sure, and if we have fried chicken or fried food of any type, which is
Which is
rare,
yeah, maybe
we
once
make
every
sure
2
that
months or once
we're
every
having
3
baked
months.
foods or whatever. Just kind of
To
we're,
offset it.
we're following that. What's that a thing we learned in school? The food group. Didn't they change that though? What was
Yeah,
that?
they
The
did.
food group tree or something?
It was a triangle.
triangle.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, they did.
They've
change.
modified that.
Yeah,
a
well, they
little
changed
bit.
it when I was coaching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nutrition
I
tree.
got something
a
in my
nutrition
eye.
triangle.
Keep going.
But they changed it. But they're always changing things about what's good for you and what's not good for you. But we just try to eat the best we can and
Yeah.
and do our other little things to stay healthy.
Yeah.
But you can't really, and it's sad If you go to a fast food place, they'll charge you what, $8, $9 for a salad because people are trying to eat healthy, and then you're like, well, if I do that every day, or you're talking
I
nine
just
times
buy some
five.
damn lettuce and make a salad.
Well, yeah, what the thing of
Yeah.
lettuce is what, $2 and some odd cents or something
Well,
like
it's more
that,
than
$3 and
that.
some odd cents for
Yeah.
those little packages we get.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so point
So-
is, every once in a while, if you go out and the all inclusive thing, I feel like that's a treat. Definitely, I think we
I look forward
earned
to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of
Should
fun.
be fun.
So, Blair understood that not everybody can afford to go, and he wasn't trying to exclude anyone at all. He and Christina are just not into the big fanfare of the big wedding, which
No.
everybody to each his own, and every girl has their dream, and neither one of them are center of attention fanfare
No,
people.
they don't want to be the center of attention. That's not. That's
They
not
don't
their
want people
personality.
watching them like that. Or it's okay, and it's okay if you want that. It's okay too if you do want that.
Sure, it is.
It's
Everybody's
whatever
got their
you
own
want.
choice.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's what makes the world go round.
Yeah, there's nothing
But-
wrong with it. If that's
So
what you want to do.
Well, so Cameron's gone, so he's heading back to Maryland. He was going to come Sunday for the day, but I kind of let him off the hook. I just said,
Well, he's not. He wasn't gonna come.
I think in the end, that's why I had him open his
Yeah,
gifts
he
today, because I
wasn't gonna
felt
come.
like he was going to go, Mom, do you mind if I don't come?
Well, he's going to be tired. He's rushing back
know.
now, and he has
Yeah.
things to do with Ray, and then he's probably got stuff to
Yeah.
do.
So I understand.
Saturday,
we
with
had a
other
nice
family
visit,
members.
though. It was nice to have him here.
Yeah,
just hang
because he's
out.
crazy.
He's funny. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's crazy
All
as
the kids
hell.
are great. All our kids are great.
Yeah, they
so.
are. Yeah.
But because of COVID, it's been just jacked up.
Well, they're
And
all
then-
over the place too. They're older.
Yeah.
They have girlfriends, boyfriends, fiancés,
Yeah.
wives, or whatever you want to call them. And
Well,
it's just,
I mean, when my kids were little, it was always getting in the car and going to see the grandparents, for Christmas. That's what we did.
we didn't do that because our grandparents. We did that for Thanksgiving. We go to my mom's family
Oh, okay.
down in Virginia with Ashland, right around
Yeah.
the way. But Thanksgiving we had at my mom's house, and then they would come up and they'd spend a week, and then Aunt Odessa and her family they would come over.
You mean for Christmas?
For Christmas, yeah, for
You
Christmas.
said Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving was down grandparents, but that's what we did for Christmas, And then people get older, and people leave, and things change and
I
whatnot.
feel like most of the early years for us was having Christmas morning at our house and then packing up that night
When you were little, or when the kids were little.
when I was little.
Okay.
And then when it went to the kids, it became packing them up the next day and going to mom and dad's and having Christmas dinner the day after. And then it was always very strategic because Ron and I lived close, but my sister Rhonda always lived all across the United States. So mom and dad would sometimes have to just go see her family separately because see Rhonda and Matt
Rhonda, okay,
separately,
okay, yeah.
and they'd make a separate trip. Not always could Rhonda and Matt come into town because he was maybe deployed in the early days with the Navy
Right.
or traveling with his job. So it's really just hard. But I think
Well, like you said, you have to make new memories, or
you have
however
to make new traditions.
Yeah,
I mean,
traditions.
our Christmas Day dinner, this is the first. Oh my God, it's weird. Right now, there'd be casseroles being made.
It'd be 25 to 30 people,
We'd have 25 to 30
people coming for
Christmas
Christmas.
Day dinner.
and we would
you'd-
start cooking in the middle of the week before Christmas to have everything.
Making pies, making
Yeah,
cakes,
but-
preparing for side dishes.
Yeah.
One year you roasted a pig.
Did pigs? We've done a duck. We've done
all
what else?
kinds of stuff. So it was
Yeah.
like a huge deal. And so this is the first year that
It is
we're not being able to get together with people
No.
like
No,
that.
but not only because of COVID though, it's because too we're in a temporary.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
temporary
great
place.
house that we're in.
Yeah,
Though. We
it
love
is.
it,
Yeah.
but
But it's
it's
temporary,
we're-
and everything's boxed up for the
yeah,
most
we
part.
still didn't unbox everything
So-
because we have to move to North Carolina. Hopefully by the end of 2022, we'll be in a new home
Yeah.
in North Carolina. So
Yeah. But
Right.
but like you said, new traditions and
you got to make them, and it may be that our once Christmas Day dinner is now a day after Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
people can only travel in the day
Well,
after.
but, too, because they start having little ones, and like Blair and
Oh, yeah,
Christina,
they wanna
want to
have
stay
Christmas
home
Day
at,
together,
wake up in the morning with
the
the little
baby
one
at
for
home,
Christmas,
yeah.
and you understand. Everybody understands that.
Now, there were a few years when we were little, and I'd have to verify with my parents, but there were a few years where they packed all our gifts and took them to Cumberland, and we celebrated with our grandparents.
See, we never did that when we were little.
Yes, we did.
No.
And I don't remember how many times we did
But
that.
where'd you have Thanksgiving? Did you have that as your grandparents?
No, we traveled for that too.
Yeah.
We
I
traveled
think
a lot.
I think it ended up that way with us because we had one with the grandparents, and then we'd have the other one with my mom.
Yeah.
Until she got to the point where she couldn't. It got to be too much for her. And then that's when I started doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Thanksgiving was always there, and then so we never really we do like you did though. We'd have our Christmas, and then we might go visit. Like on Odessa or somebody like that, because the grandparents stayed with us. My mom's people stayed with us, and then we go visit her in D.C. But it was never no Christmas or pack your stuff up and then and leave.
They did that a few times. That's a lot of stuff to do. Yes.
Well, my mom was, I told you how she was with Christmas. She's crazy about Christmas. That was her favorite holiday. So it was like all about Christmas and the gifts and the trees and the
decorations.
the
all
decorations. Pops being out there and 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, trying to put up lights and it's cold.
He did it at the last minute. That's funny.
He did
Now
everything at the
he
last
leaves them up year round.
Yeah, he
I
does.
wonder why. Actually, when we trimmed his bushes back,
I cut them up by accident.
They were freaking grown
into the bushes,
deep into the bushes.
Yeah,
like you're talking bushes that were once this big, are like this big, and there's lights that are like in an entire bush.
And then cutting them, I would try. I I'd go, okay, I can't get them out, so they're gonna get cut. And then I would give them to you. And
He'd take them from me and tell me he was going to splice them together.
Right, and
Look,
so
let
we
me tell you,
stand over the
these
trash.
bitches had to be like freaking 20 years old lights.
They were probably older
You know
than
what
that.
would be funny is if we could actually take the lights and we could find the end of it and plug them in and see if they work. It was too late though. I mean, it was.
But then he was standing over the trash can because you would sneak him in the trash can like I told
trash
you.
can. He was taking
He's
out the
standing
damn
over
trash
there,
can.
taking them out of the trash can and trying
Hey,
to
I
put them
think that's
together.
a whole separate podcast.
Yeah, well, you talking about him, yeah. It's a whole separate podcast.
How long have we been on?
I don't know.
Is there time down here?
It's up there.
Oh, 24 minutes.
So we're done.
We're good. I think we're good because I think we were on with Cameron for a while. So this is our first podcast.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know. Subscribe. Smash that like button.
Let's do that again.
Smash that like button.
One more
Hit
time.
that subscribe button. That's a very cringy thing to do these days, evidently.
What?
Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe.
Yes, I don't know.
Whatever, I don't care. Who gives a shit? But
Fuck it.
we're going to start this up and see how it works and see if you like the tales that we have to tell. This will be a channel that we're going to hang out together on, a podcast, and then he's starting up his own podcast.
I am?
Wendell's Wisdom.
Wisdom.
He'll be talking about individual experiences he's had and a whole bunch of auto advice.
Well, yeah, I guess.
A lot. You have a lot of advice to give about auto body repair, and it's your lane, the industry you came from. So that's going to be something else on a different channel.
Yeah, on a different channel.
On Wendell's Wisdom at YouTube. It's coming up.
YouTube?
Yeah, that's the name of your channel, honey.
Oh, I have my own channel.
Yes.
So it's like mine.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool then.
Yeah. Cameron set it up when he was here.
Oh, well, I wasn't paying much attention.
Yeah, you have your own channel with your own Wendell's Wisdom.
Wendell's Wisdom.
That's right. And then this is for us to chat about things.
Oh, this is for us as a couple.
Would you like to take this key and enjoy this suite? As a couple. If you'd like to forgo your individual suites.
Oh, no. There you go. I knew that's where you were going.
Take this key
I knew
to
that's where
enjoy
you're going.
the overnight suite together. This is our suite together.
This is our room.
Yeah.
Our overnight room.
That's right. When you record your podcast, if you don't want the tree in the back, we can make sure it's not.
It looks, it looks like lightning, kind of.
I don't know. Anyways,
know?
all right, guys. Well, we
Coming
hope
this
you
way.
like it. If you're interested, put some topics down below that you want to hear us.
Down below, there, somewhere, right?
Yeah, something like that. We're
Yeah,
going to talk.
Did I do
and
that right? Topics down there below.
I have no freaking clue.
Yeah. Hit subscribe, push the button,
You can
like,
comment on what you like to hear us chat about.
comment.
And we will have some conversations about just about anything that we were instructed that we could and could not do.
Yeah, we're
Bye, Karen.
under regulations.
Anyways, guys, thanks. Peace.
Thank you.
We love you.
Love you guys.
Zeros, 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 zeros.